Last week we talked about keeping our globe green, right? Keeping our globe green. Why do we want to talk about the globe green? Keeping our globe green. Well, that's what some students say. For example, we talk about a globe is a round world, right? It's a representation of the planet Earth, right? The globe is a representation of the planet Earth. A globe is a blue planet. We talked about the globe, right? The globe is the blue planet. It's a representation of planet Earth. And then we ask the question, why green? Why green? We said blue planet, right? And then say green. Now we say green. Why? We want to ask the question, why are we talking about green planet? Huh? Do you know? Tree. A tree. We want to have more trees, right? We want more trees. Okay. More trees makes a forest, right? We have more trees, we will have a forest, right? A beautiful green forest. Right. Cool. I said one word. Point. Say one word, you have a point, yes. Alright. What else? We keep our globe clean. If we keep our globe clean, we have more trees. Yes, we'll have more trees. If we keep our globe green, we'll have a forest. Yes? If we keep our globe green, what will happen in the future? What will happen? If we keep our globe green, what will happen? We can P-R-O-T-E-C-T P-R-O-T-E-C-T protect, right? So, as a point, if we keep our globe green, we can protect the plants. We can protect the nature, right? We can protect the environment. Like this. I'd like to add one more. We have this. How to that? I remember. If I remember, we can add one more. I don't know. I don't remember what to do. Oh, wait a minute. I can add that. Is that? No. Add one more. Let me see. But I don't remember how to do. Never mind. All right. So here we can protect nature. I can put like this. I can put like that. Environment. Alright, you can protect the environment, right? Very important. Okay.
okay, I put it this way, okay, no problem. Alright. Okay, so you can protect the environment.
Can protect the environment. We can protect the Amazon, right? Protect the Amazon. We want to protect our planet. We want to protect our planet. How to do that? We want to protect our planet.
I think it's page 52. Page 52. Oh yeah, page 52.
You have a map, right? You have a map. Now, we want to protect our planet. How to do that? How to protect our planet? What can we do? We can recycle. You can recycle. What can we recycle? Whatever you want. Recycle books. Yeah, you can recycle books. You can, even better, you can recycle pizza boxes.
Yeah. When we finish eating pizza, where do you put the box?
So many boxes around Taiwan, right? So you can remember when you eat a pizza, recycle the box, pizza box. We talked about, we saw a video, right? We talked about dirty water is a major problem. And we don't think about it because we take it for granted that no toilet is a problem, right? No toilet. Have you ever thought about this? Like, for example, you go to Italo, right? Suddenly you feel, oh my God, I'm lost, where are the toilets? Right? Big problem, right? You have to run around to look for the toilet. Right? Overpopulation. So you go to the big department store, so-called department store, so what? Many people. You see, what? So many people, right? And then the toilet is full of people waiting around to go to the toilet too. Overpopulation. Major problem, deforestation and biodiversity is decreasing. Biodiversity. Less and less animals. Okay. So, I'd like to find a quote. For students, I want to say that. I saw the assignments, I read assignments, and some students, a few did not get the point. They want to write more complicated English. Some students wanted to write more challenging English sentences. But me, that's not what I want. I want you to read the book. I said, for the students who did not get my point, I want students to look at the book and find one quote to support the idea that we should protect the environment. Right. So, and then also some students, they missed the introduction. Like, I want you to write this sentence. The book I want you to write this sentence. The book East meets West states. You introduce the quote from the book. Are you ready? Are you ready to answer the question? here we need to write a quote. Okay, you need to write a quote to support your idea. Your idea, right? You think, for example, you think that we need to protect the environment. Do we need to write a sentence from the book? Yes or no? Alicia, do we need to choose a sentence from the book? Yes? Yes. She said yes. Okay. All right. Good. So yes, we need to choose a sentence from the book. All right. Is that possible? Is that possible not to write this? Is that possible not to write the book East meets West states? Is that possible not to write this one? Yes or no? Can you just don't write this one?
No.
No, huh? So we need to write it, right? 1 point. Yeah, she said the right answer, so we need to write it. Okay. Should we pay more attention to protect the environment? Yeah. Should we pay more attention to protect the environment? So depending on your answer, what will be your answer? It could be yes or no. So there you need to answer, right? Yes, we should pay more attention. Or no, we don't need it, that's okay. Taiwan, okay. Right? So maybe if you think the Taiwan environment is something like that, then you say yes, we should pay more attention. If you think the Taiwan environment is like this, you say no, that's okay. We are fine. But then we need to find a quote, right? We need to find a quote to support your idea, right? So we need to find a quote to support your idea. Okay, so think about it. You need to think about it. That's one, I think you know now how to do that. Now I'd like to move on to something else. A bit more interesting. I'd like to move on to something else. Here we have some idioms. I'd like to teach some idioms. I'd like to add one idiom in your writing. And I hope in the future, for next assignment, you can use one idiom. Okay? So what are the idioms here? Here we have the icing on the cake. The icing on the cake. Right? The icing on the cake. What does it mean? To make something better. To make something better. The icing on the cake. I think that's very interesting. These idioms are very interesting. The icing on the cake. To enhance a situation. That's positive, right? That's very positive when you make something better. Right. Next, when it becomes worse. Right? The icing on the cake usually is to make better. Alright. But this red part here is when it becomes worse. Right? So for example, you may use to add insult to injury. To add insult to injury when someone has made bad situation become worse. When someone has made a bad situation become worse. Right? So, to add insult to injury. To add insult to injury. Go down in flames. Another one is go down in flames. To fail particularly, the final exam went down in flames. Usually, if you don't go to the final exams, that means that the final exam went down in flames because you missed the exam or you arrived very late. Someone arrived very have time to finish the exam. Your exam went down in flames. I should have spent more time practicing also. If you don't practice very well, maybe if you don't practice very well, we are unlikely to succeed, right? So we need to practice more. Next, to add fuel to the fire. To add fuel to the fire. To make a situation become worse. To make a situation become worse. Right? Usually the customers, they add fuel to the fire. Yeah. Customers, they add fuel to the fire. To add fuel to the fire. Right. So this is a list of idioms that you may use for your practice. Okay, so this is just for practice, right? I would like you to write down on a piece of paper. I have paper, or one of your documents. This kind of where is this stuck? Yeah. This kind of paragraph. This kind of paragraph. I'll show you an example. In order to answer the question, should we pay more attention to protect the environment? You may write this kind of paragraph here as an example. There are serious environmental problems threatening the earth. The land and the what? Yes. I always miss some words here. The land and the sea. The land and the sea. Okay, the land and the sea are being polluted with garbage everywhere. So they are being polluted. Every day people throw the trash everywhere, they don't care. So the land and the sea are being polluted with garbage everywhere. We learned that, right? Now, to add insult to injury. You add insult, you make it worse, right? The situation becomes worse, and it's true. To add insult to injury. The book East Meets West states Taiwan uses landfills and incinerator for waste disposal. While these are used throughout the world, they cause serious problems with their use. There are serious problems with their use, right? With incinerators. Okay? So I would like you for this time, I would like you to write down this part here. I would like you to write this part, and maybe you can choose one quote. Choose your own quote you want. Choose the quote you want to use. You are free to choose the quote you want. Here I choose one quote, they can choose another. you are free to choose another. Right? So, here, this one is in first today practice, just to, as an example. As an example, I would like you to check this slide here. What we add is only the idiom. I would like to have one more idiom. One more part is the idiom. Right? So you may choose one idiom you want, that I just mentioned, one idiom that you think is suitable, and of course your quote. Right? So this is as an example. You may write it down, and then of course you may show me. You may give it to me. Right? Write your. This one here you may choose. You may choose. I put it in italic. Like that. Right? So you may choose the quote you want. Okay, so here we had the question, right? We had a question here. Should we pay more attention to protect the environment? Then you need to find a quote. Remember, that's very important. And what do I want more? What do I want you to do next after you write the quote? What do I want you to do after you find a quote? What do you need to do? What do you need to write? You need to answer the question. You need to find a quote. And what do I want you to write? One more thing I want you to write. What is it? Do you hear? You need to explain why you use this quote? No. I just want to. Now I want to add one more part. I would like to add one more part. You need to answer the question, right? Idea, yes or no. And then you find a quote. And one more part. What is one more part? One more part I'd like you to write. One more part. What is it? One more part is one idiom. One idiom, right? So today, I'm just showing you. I'd like you to add one more part. The new part is idiom, right? So you can see that here you have your answer, right? And then you need to support with the quote. But I hope you can use one idiom. Like so. Today I chose to add insult to injury. That one makes it worse. Because, look, they use incinerator. These are used throughout the world. They both have serious problems. And that one uses incinerators. Becomes worse. Oh my God. Right? So the add insult to injury becomes worse. Because in the world we have already serious problems. And in your book you can see that one uses landfills and incinerators. Big problem. Serious problem, right? Okay. So I like you to use now the answer, the quote, and idiom. Answer, quote, idiom. Answer, quote, idiom. Are you happy? Cool, right? No, but it's not a lot, yeah? It's just make your English better. You can
You can use add fuel to the fire. To add fuel to the fire is possible. So here is the template here.
What on the PPT you will see how to write the new format of the paragraph. Right? So here we have to. What do we need to add here? What do we need here? What is the red part? What is the red part? What is it? You know? No. Topic sentence? No. No, it's not topic sentence. It's not topic sentence. No, not topic sentence. Where is it? One idiom, right? Alright? So after your answer, you add one idiom. You see, because why do I want to use one idiom here? Why do I want to use one idiom? To add insert to injury. Why do I want to use this one? Do you understand? Do you know why I want to use this idiom? Find a quote, yeah, actually to introduce the quote, What is this? What is this? This idiom, right? So here we have, look, polluted with garbage to injure everywhere, right? And then it becomes worse. It's worse, right? Actually it becomes worse here because look, landfills and incinerators for waste disposal. Serious problems, right? To add insult to injury, Taiwan uses, even though it's very polluted, Taiwan uses landfills and incinerators. It becomes worse, right? It's not helping, right? Is it? So that's why it becomes like this. And environment, the global environment is so-so, and Taiwan uses landfills and incinerators. That's why today I use this quote here. Today I use this quote. So I have 3 quotes, so you should have 3 also. And then for lesson 6, 7, we will add some more quotes. So if you have the exam, then you need to remember your quotes. Right? Write something similar or write something similar. Okay? So